Olivia Livy Clemens and Mark Twain commissioned their home in 1873 and moved in the following year. That house had the latest facilities at that time and the things that remain to this date can see while you are touring the place. Also, Louis C. Tiffany is one of the interior designers of this house at that time, and some of the exotic influences at that time can be seen in the place. Also during the tour, you will understand the things related to Samuel's and Livy's personalities and some related to their family's eccentric habits. The reason they left this place was their daughter's death. It was difficult for them to stay here because this place had too many memories of their daughter. Because of that, in 1903, they left this place never to return. But Twain's happiest and most productive days they had been spent during their stay at the Hartford house, according to the recall of Clemens. Among the other books, one of the best books he ever wrote is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Also, the Victorian Gothic mansion can be considered a National Historic Landmark that you will very much enjoy while you visit. This place holds the finest collection of American art, especially the artworks done by the Hudson School. This impressive Gothic-style building of Wadsworth Athenaeum holds nearly 50,000 pieces of art, and it is the oldest free public museum in the United States. In this art collection, there are lots of highlights, such as European highlights of Baroque paintings with artworks by Caravaggio and Surrealist artists, displayed in this place with artwork done by René Magritte, Salvador Dali, Max Ernst, and Joan Miro. Works by Pierre-Auguste Renoir and Claude Monet represent the Impressionists, and by adding contemporary artworks regularly to the collection, the museum supports living artists as a mission. In this museum, decorative artworks have major attention. There are more than 7,000 pieces of European decorative art in this collection, and they consist of ancient bronze and glass and ceramic, especially of Sèvres ware, Vincennes and Meissen. In this museum, the most engaging place is the Cabinet of Art and Curiosity. This is a room inspired by Victorian art collectors who donated their rooms for collections of natural curiosities, technologies and art. As a wealthy collector displayed it in his own house, more than 200 European decorative art pieces have been displayed in these cabins. All of these art pieces displayed in this place don't have any detail attached to them. In case you need any further detail about a particular artwork, you can look for it on digital screens or a touch screen. There are 168 exhibits in this place for your and your child's understanding. In this science center, each section explains the world around us and with DIY activities for the kids' pleasure. In this place, there are educational things for your understanding, especially related to building flying objects and robots. Also, other than those with interactive exhibits of planet Earth, you and your children can feel the hurricane winds and make your weather forecasts. Other things in this place include exploring space, sight and sound, Energy City, and to explore the Connecticut River there is a marine touch tank. State Capitol, also known as the High Victorian Gothic State Capitol, built in 1879 on Capitol Hill. This place contains the offices of the Secretary of the State, the Governor, and the Lieutenant Governor, the Hall of the State House of Representatives and the State Senate Chamber. This building is a National Historic Landmark with many features like Italian marble floors, inlaid white and red and stained glass windows. There are guided and self-guided tours, including the place built to recognize the outstanding achievements of Connecticut residents, the Connecticut Hall of Fame, and the Hall of Flags, and if the General Assembly is in session you can watch it from the galleries. In 1903 this park was built to memorize Elizabeth Pond. The 102 acres of land for this park were donated to the city by the husband of Elizabeth Pond, Charles H. Pond. This is America's first municipal rose garden, and at present, it is the third largest in the States. At present, it has more than 15,000 plants and 800 varieties of roses. Items in this garden include climbers, hybrid perpetual, hybrid tea, pillar roses and floribunda. Most of the plants in this place bloom all summertime, but the best time to visit this place is from late June to early July. Other than these things, in the wintertime the park can be used for ice skating. Bushnell Park and Carousel Park is America's first public park with a 37-acre area near the Capitol grounds. This park contains the Pump House Gallery, the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Arch, Civil War Memorial and the Israel Putnam statue. This place has one of the 3 remaining 1914 Stein and Goldstein carousels, which includes 2 chariots circling a Wurlitzer band organ, and 48 wooden horses with it. This place is one of the most famous places in the city among visitors who travel with their families. The Bushnell Center has several performance spaces with a magnificent 2,800-seated Mortensen Hall to 900-seat Belding Theater. This place is the most popular in Connecticut for music and performances. The schedule of this Bushnell Center covers all the areas of taste the audience demand. As an example, the recent season of the Bushnell Center includes Connecticut Lyric Opera's Die Fledermaus, the Russian ballet performing Swan Lake, screenings from the Banff Film Festival, a forum on the history of the fight for racial justice, tributes to the Beatles and Aretha, the Blue Man Group, Broadway shows Hamilton and My Fair Lady and jazz singer Diana Krall. In addition to that, every season of this Bushnell Center for the Performing Arts has more than 350 events, major Broadway tours included. Hartford Symphony Orchestra performs here more often with a variety of music from Schonker's Concerto for Sitar and Orchestra to Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. A 187 by 40-foot hand-painted ceiling mural, which is one of the largest of its kind, is used to crown the 1930 Art Deco interior of Mortensen Hall. Author Harriet Beecher Stowe lived in this restored house from 1873 to 1896, which is located in Hartford's Nook Farm neighborhood near the house of Mark Twain, who was a fellow writer at this time. She did a major contribution to the abolitionist movement with her book Uncle Tom's Cabin by stating about slavery, which led to being credited to Abraham Lincoln for starting the Civil War. Based on the book The American Women's Home, the kitchen design of the Gothic Revival cottage has been completed. The house is undergoing a long-term restoration process and it has bow windows, a steep hip roof and 2 side porches. Even though there is an ongoing restoration process, tours are offered to the visitors by including the details of the restoration process of the historic site. Other than that, the Catherine Seymour Day House, the author's grandniece, is located near this site. This place is used as Stowe Center's administrative offices and research library and used to hold programs and exhibits sponsored by the center. The collections of the Connecticut Historical Society are stationed in a colonial revival mansion. This mansion has originally owned by an inventor named Curtis Veeder. In this collection, there are more than 200,000 items, including publications, manuscripts dating back to the 1600s, images and some interesting exhibitions, and displays. More than 500 items from this collection has displayed. This is the largest and most interesting collection in the state, and it includes women's suffrage, World War II propaganda posters, traditional folk artists, Victorian fashion, costumes from Hartford's West Indian community, other themes in New England history and culture, and inn and tavern signs of Connecticut. This old state house is situated near the first Amistad trial and Hartford Convention. In this place, the decision was made by the Supreme Court due to several trials held to free the slaves from the Spanish slave traders, mentioning that they are no longer their property. This state house was built in 1796 and it is one of the oldest state houses and national historic landmarks in the country. This place has several interesting exhibits for you, including paintings and other historical collections. Some people are claiming that the building is haunted, but there are tours guided or unguided for visitors.